Hello everybody, welcome to February. Happy February. So is it just me, or does life go so much more faster when you're an adult in comparison to when you're a child? I feel like I can't keep up with how fast the days go by, but January is officially over. We are officially into February 2023, which is so crazy. But with the month of January being over, of course, I want to talk all about our January accomplishments. Before we get into this video, go ahead and comment down below what your January goals were and if you achieved them, and if you didn't, that is okay. Talk about how you are going to achieve them in February. So if you did not see our 2023 goals video, I will have that link down below. But if you did see it, you would know that our goal for our mortgage is $92K balance by the end of 2023. We also planned to send $4,500 to our mortgage every single month. And in January, we did accomplish that. We actually sent $4,630 to our mortgage in January of 2023. Anytime we're decreasing our mortgage balance, we just feel super excited, super proud of what we're able to accomplish. And January was no different. So our balance is officially at $143,187. With our mortgage, we have a 5-year plan to pay it off 5 years from the time that we closed. So September 2025 is our ultimate debt-free goal. Like I said, we paid $4,630 to our mortgage in January. Of that, $368.50 went to interest, which is very, very good for where we're at. We've had our mortgage for about 2 years and about 3 months. So we're doing very well with majority of our payment going to the principal every month. In 2023, we expect to have 6 no-spend months, and January was the first month that we did that. We did successfully get it done, meaning that we did not spend money on anything that was not an pre-planned expense. That is with the exception of eating out twice a month, since that's what we expect to do. That is a planned expense. So aside from that, we only paid for things that we budgeted and planned to buy. So, you know, groceries, gasoline, things like that didn't count in the no spend. We were successful and we plan to do the next one in March. Also, we're doing intentional spending, which is just not purchasing things that we know will not bring us joy long term. So with it being a no spend month, that was pretty easy to do. So we're more so going to be focusing on that in February. Very excited. And along with intentional spending, we have been getting rid of 2 things every single day. We've been taking pictures of those items. We've been putting it on our Instagram, and weekly we've been uploading it just so we can look back on it at the end of the year of everything we got rid of. So we've been having a lot of fun with it. And surprisingly, it hasn't been as hard as I expected yet, but I think we're getting close. Another thing we accomplished in January was reaching our savings goal. We have a goal of adding $4,000 to our emergency fund in 2023. In order to do that, we are saving about $325 every month. So we accomplished that in January. We also have a goal of saving about $625 a month towards taxes. And that typically consists of property taxes and local taxes, state taxes, things like that. If you haven't seen our last video, we actually have some new taxes to save for. So more on that later. So some other things that I personally accomplished in January, not completely finance related, but things that I'm ultimately holding myself accountable to. 1, weight loss. If you watched our 2022 accomplishments video, we talked about how we're trying to lose weight and things like that. The month of January, I lost 5 pounds. So very excited about that, and more to come. Social media, I've been limiting my social media and it's been going very well. Basically I have done some exceptions on it though. Previously my plan was to do 1 hour of social media per day. I've been doing that just on the weekdays. Also I wasn't doing social media until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, been doing that just on weekdays, but overall I've been sticking to it and doing very well with it. And one thing that is pretty financial related actually is how much overtime I do. I know I said I plan to do 10 hours per paycheck, But like we said previously in our last video, we have some extra things we need to save for. And a lot of times how hard overtime is on me kind of consists of how motivated I'm feeling at work. But I'm feeling a little bit more motivated lately. So it's a little bit easier to do overtime. So right now we have something to save for. So I'm definitely doing a little bit more overtime than the 10 hours, but I plan to get back to the 10 hours probably sometime after April. Well, speaking on that, I wanted to speak a little bit more about our IRS tax bill that we found out about. Overall, yes, it's something that it's concerning. It's something we have to save for. It's an unexpected expense. We didn't plan to have to owe so much. I was expecting more like a very small amount, if anything. But since it's here, we know we have to do it. We've just decided to become very aggressive with our savings. We really don't want to have to touch our emergency fund or cut down on how much we have saved. Ultimately, if the a tax time comes and we don't have enough money to pay the bill as far as what we've saved up in the next 2.5 months and what we already have in the bank specifically for taxes, then of course, yes, we'll use our savings to pay for that, but we don't want to, obviously. We want to keep that money there. So right now we're just trying to be very aggressive with saving money and coming up with this amount of money that we have to pay for to, satisfy our tax bill. And yes, for whoever was in the comments and concerned about our withholding, we adjusted it so that way next year this isn't something that's so much of an issue and we are closer to breaking even than anything. We plan to up our savings altogether when it comes to tax savings or like a tax sinking fund. We obviously already have one, but we plan to up it and save more towards that. So that way next year, if for some reason we do owe again, then the money is already there. We don't have to worry about it. So it's definitely a learning lesson. I'm ultimately grateful that it happened because it opened my eyes to realizing that, yes, just because you're in the same tax bracket doesn't mean that your tax bill can't go up a lot of money. So a learning lesson. Ultimately, we are at peace about it. We're not stressed out about it. Thankfully, we don't have a bunch of payments. We're not overextended, so we can pick up extra shifts, do overtime to really try to get closer to the amount of money that's really needed to get it taken care of. It's gonna get paid. We know we owe it. We're not stressed out about it or anything like that. Thankfully, we know that we don't want anything to get in the way of our mortgage goals, mortgage payoff goals. That's our top priority. But yes, IRS trumps all, so we are gonna take care of it. We're not going to cut back on our mortgage plans or payments that we're making because it is so important to us to get where we need to be and reach each monthly goal, to reach that annual goal, etc., etc. So wish us luck. We need it. If you're new, please subscribe and please like the video. We'll plan to do monthly updates every month and we will see you in our next video.